Hello, busy dads and busy people everywhere. This video is the second installment in a weekly series of videos that is going to bring you up to speed with the Busy Dad 4-week mass building program. In yesterday's video, I talked through the 3 principles of the Busy Dad mass building program, okay? And those are, if you didn't check out the video, time under tension, range of motion, and mind-muscle connection. In today's video, I'm going to take you through the 2 modified movements at the core of the Busy Dad 4-week mass building program, and I'm going to show you how those 3 principles show up in the way that we execute these movements. Now, if you know anything about the Busy Dad program, you know that I revolve my training around the 6-count military burpee and the Navy SEAL military burpee. And that will never change, my friends, certainly not in any context, least of all when we bring weights into the equation. And so the Busy Dad 4-week mass building program is going to revolve around 2 weighted variants of those sacred movements. We're going to do a weighted 6-count and a weighted Navy SEAL. So in this video, what I'm going to do is take you through both of those 2 movements. It's important that you take your time, work through the video with me, and make sure that before we begin the program next week, okay, you've practiced these movements a little bit and you feel comfortable with them. It's very, very important that we execute them correctly. So I'm going to take you through. We'll begin with the weighted 6-count, which is the simpler of the 2 movements. And once we've got that down, we'll be in a position to work through the weighted Navy SEAL, which will be fairly easy to do once we've mastered the principles of the weighted 6-count. So as I always do in my tutorial videos, I'll take you through this movement each movement a couple of times, and as we go, I'll explain some important form pointers. Right, here you see a pair of 50-pound dumbbells. That's going to be my default working weight for the program, mostly because at the gym that I'm going to, I can't get any heavier dumbbells, but that is a roughly appropriate weight for me. You're going to have to feel your way into what weight feels right for you. And there's going to be a little bit of trial and error involved, but to give you some kind of reference point, I'm able to deadlift on a good day, let's say somewhere between 350 and 400 pounds for a rep. What we have here is 100 pounds. Okay, so we're going to be working at about 25-30% of our 1 rep max for these movements. Okay, so let me start by taking you through the weighted 6-count. All right. So we're going to begin picking up the dumbbells and starting legs hip width apart, holding the dumbbells. Now, at the top of the movement, I want your shoulders peeled back, okay, and your lats engaged. Your lats should feel tight, your glutes should be squeezing. And what we're going to do is we're going to deadlift our way down until these dumbbells touch the ground. Notice that they're at this angle, they're not like this, they're pointing outwards. You'll see why that's important just shortly, okay? And so keeping the lats tight and the glutes engaged, we're going to deadlift our way down until we get to the ground. That's count 1 of the modified 6-count. Now from here, we're going to jump out just as we normally would into the 6-count, and then we're going to push, and we're going to bring our chest to the ground, all the way down. So notice the angle there. We've got really incredible range of motion by using these dumbbells in this way. Push back up, jump in, and very slow and controlled, keeping those lats engaged, we're going to bring the dumbbells back up. Okay, so a few pointers to mention. First of all, in that initial count when we come down, that 1 count, and in that 6-count when we come up, that is where we're going to really, really be executing these principles of time under tension. And so what I need you to do is count a slow 3-count on your way down. So on your way down, I want it to be a question of 1, 2, 3. And likewise on your way up, okay? And as you go down and as you come back up, it's going to be very, very important to keep your lats engaged, okay? And it's going to be very important to keep your glutes tight. We don't want you rounding at the back, like this as you come up. Okay, keeping the lats engaged will allow you to keep keep your back from rounding. And that's very important for staying safe in the movement, as well as for putting the load on the posterior chain rather than disproportionately in the lower back. Okay, so one drill that I found helps me with lat activation: bring my arms up, stretch, and then shoot them down, okay? And really try and feel your lats pushing against your arms. Lat activation really is key. So let's go through the movement once more. Okay, we're going to bring up our dumbbells, shoulders rolled back, core tight, lats engaged. We're going to count to 3 in our head. 1, 2, 3. Slow and controlled to the ground. Jump out. Then we're going to push, bring the chest to the ground. Push back, jump back in, and now 1, 2, 3. Lats tight, glutes tight, and that's our weighted 6 count. Okay, so once you've mastered the weighted 6 count, the weighted Navy SEAL, if you know how to perform a Navy SEAL, is going to be pretty self-explanatory. Again, we're going to have this slow, time under tension version of the deadlift in the first count and in the final count. And again, we're going to be sure that if at all possible, we bring our chest to the ground, okay? That's going to accentuate the range of motion. That's going to get a fantastic stretch across the shoulders and chest and stimulate muscle growth. So let's work through that movement. As before, lats engaged, shoulders rolled back, glutes tight. Okay, and we're going to press, we're going to deadlift down like that, okay? That's what it should look like. Deadlift down and count to 3 in our minds. 1, 2, 3. Jump out. Chest to ground. Knee to chest. Chest to ground. Left knee to chest. Chest to ground. Up. Jump in. And again, resist the impulse to just jump out of this movement. Nice and controlled. 3 seconds to complete. So one more time. 1, 2, 3, down, jump out, chest to ground, knee to chest to ground, left knee to chest to ground, up, jump back in, and then slow and controlled, 3-second deadlift up. Those are the 2 movements, okay? And really the 2 points to emphasize are just the importance of keeping that deadlifting part of the movement very controlled and trying to bring your chest to the ground to get full range of motion. The final thing I'll say is that as you move through these movements, I need you to be concentrating, I need you to be present, and I need you to be sending your awareness to the muscles that are working. Really enjoy feeling your lats engage. Really enjoy feeling your glutes tighten at the top of the movement. Really enjoy the feeling of the stretch as you bring your chest to the ground. Send your awareness to the muscles that are working. Strengthen the mind-muscle connection. Bodybuilders swear by that mind-muscle connection as a way of triggering muscle growth. Okay, and we're not going to wait for the scientific studies to prove them right. We're going to take their word for it and incorporate that into our own practice. Okay, so that, my friends, concludes this tutorial video on the 2 new weighted variants of the 6 count and the Navy SEAL that we're going to be building our program around. In tomorrow's video, I'm going to talk to you about proper supplementation and nutrition as you move through the Busy Dad 4-week mass building program. I'll see you then.